Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there is an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, MyZone and Zoshi Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zoshi Online. Hello grade ones and welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa and thank you so much for joining me today. Our theme this week is Spring and Animals. And before we get into any lessons, boys and girls, we know that we need to sanitize. So let's take our sanitizer and sing our special sanitizing song. Sanitize every day so the germs can stay away. Sanitize every day so the germs can stay away. Yay! Good job, everyone! For today's lesson, we will be doing reading comprehension, counting, and decomposition. To start our lesson today, boys and girls, let's all turn to page 17. On page 17, we are going to be doing some reading, and we are going to have a comprehension passage to read. It's going to be our job to read the story and then answer the questions that follow. Today's story is all about To start our lesson today, boys and girls, let's all turn to page 17. On page 17, we are going to be doing some reading, and we are going to have a comprehension passage to read. It's going to be our job to read the story and then answer the questions that follow. Today's story is all about Mike's day at the beach. We're going to read the story 3 times. The first time is to understand what the story is all about. The second time is to find our answers. And then the third time is to make sure that our answers are correct. Let's now read for the first time. We will start at the heading. Mike's day at the beach. During the summer, Mike plays at the beach. He wears his blue swimsuit. He swims in the waves. Mike builds castles made of sand. For lunch, Mike eats a sandwich and drinks juice. Sometimes Ben plays at the beach with Mike. Wow, what a beautiful story! And I'm sure Mike is enjoying himself at the beach. Now that we are done reading it a first time, it's important for us to read our questions. So let's take a look at our questions and see what they are saying. Remember, we read our questions 2 times. Number 1 says, who plays at the beach during summer? Who plays at the beach during summer? Number 2 says, what does Mike like to wear? What does Mike like to wear? Number 3 says, where does Mike swim? Where does Mike swim? Number 4 says, what does Mike eat for lunch? What does Mike eat for lunch? And number 5 says, who plays with Mike sometimes? Who plays with Mike sometimes? So now that we have read the questions, it's back to the passage. This time, we are keeping our eyes and ears open for all the answers that we need. Let's start at the heading. Mike's day at the beach. During the summer, Mike plays at the beach. He wears his blue swimsuit. He swims in the waves. Mike builds castles made of sand. For lunch, Mike eats a sandwich and drinks juice. Sometimes Ben plays at the beach with Mike. So go ahead, boys and girls, now and start answering the questions. Take your time, and if you need to read it again before you're done, that's okay too. Make sure that when you're done though, you read it for a third and final time to check if your answers are correct. Have fun, everyone, and I'll see you when you're done with this one after the advert break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
Boys and girls, now we're going to move on to some mathematics on page 18. On page 18, we are going to be counting. The first thing we're going to do is count forward or count on, and then we are going to count backwards. So the first blocks I'm going to try and help you with, and then you're going to do them by yourselves. The only clue I can give you is that we are counting in tens. So let's see how best we can use that to help us. Let's take a look at the board. Now the first one has a 10 and a missing number and then a 30. So we're going to use our counters for today. The first thing we do is count 10 counters. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the rest are not needed. Goodbye. So we have 10 counters. And then what we're going to do is use these same counters to count on. So we need to find out what is missing there. Let's say 10 is already there. So that means we're counting by saying 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that means the number missing there is the number 20. So use your counters to make sure that you have the correct answer. We can even check if the next one is 30 by using the same counters. So let's check if it is 30. We say 20 is already there. Then we say 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. It's correct. Well done, everyone. So go ahead and fill in the rest of this one. The next one below is still counting using skipping, but this time we are counting going backwards. Now the number they have given us is 80. So we need to count backwards to get the next number. We say 80 is already there. 79, 78, 77, 76, 75, 74, 73, 72, 71, 70. So we are going to write the number 70. Well done if you knew the answer before we found it. Now let's find the next one. Remember, we are counting going backwards. So 70 is already there and we can use our counters. We say 70 is already there. 69, 68, 67, 66, 65, 64, 63, 62, 61, 60. So our next number, boys and girls, is 60. Good job, everyone. Now go ahead and finish off the rest counting backwards. Then the next one is the same, where we have to count on. But this time, they didn't give us any numbers. In fact, some of them haven't been there. So we're going to do the one where there is a number missing in front of our 20 and the number missing behind our 20. So we're going to count first, going backwards to find this number. So we say 20 is already there. Then we say 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 12, 13, 12, 11, 10. Good job, everyone. So when we count backwards from 20, our answer becomes 10. Now we need to count going forward to get our next answer. So we say 20 is already there and 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So wonderful job, everybody. I'm sure you were following and I'm sure you're also writing as well. So this is how you do the counting on, where the number needs to be going forward. And the counting back is when we are counting going backwards. So take your time with this page and make sure you do not confuse the times when you need to count forward, counting on, and the time when you need to count backwards. Now let's go to the next page, page 19. On page 19, we are going to be decomposing. It is going to be our job to put the correct tens and the correct units in their boxes. We're going to do the last one together and I'll explain how we got our answer. So let's take a look at the board. Now remember, boys and girls, Mr. Tens likes to stand in front. That is why he is there. And then Mrs. Units is behind him. But in order for us to do anything with Mr. Tens, we have to remember that his friends are two-digit friends. That means any numbers from 10 going to 99. All of those are his friends. So once we get a 10, we only put a 1 to show that this is one of his friends. Let's count for the tens. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They are 10. So because they are 10, we're not going to write the number 10 like that. No, we need to remember decompose to break it down. And how do we do that? We know that Mr. Tens likes to walk in front of Mrs. Units. when there are 2 of them. So all we do is write our 1 to show that this is 10. Then we move on to Mrs. Units. Mrs. Units' friends are very simple. They are from 0 to 9. She doesn't like 2-digit friends, only 1-digit friends. And we are lucky because she only has 1 friend with her today. So she will also write her 1 friend. Now, we know our answer that when we decompose 1 and 1, which is 11, we get 10 tens and 1 unit. So take your time, boys and girls, when you're doing this one. Count nicely for the tens, and you know that if it gets up to 10, it is 1. And then you count the units. Have fun with both exercises, and I'll see you when you're done after the advert break.
Do you have children in the age range of 5 to 6 years and want to participate in our school booklet program? Please contact us on 081 74 3759 and we will put you on our distribution list for the attention of pre-primary schools. Topics include family, summer, culture, traditions and houses, transport and communications, occupations, autumn, and more. We distribute countrywide in over 10 different languages.
Boys and girls, we have now come to the end of our lesson, but I hope you had fun. Remember, if you're not sure what to do, you can always ask an adult for help, but please finish your work by yourself. So now that we are done, we need to keep our hands germ-free by sanitizing. Remember, when we sanitize, we are trying to show the world that we are responsible. So sanitize as often as you can. Make sure that your hands are dry before you touch anything else. I wonder where Sashi is. I have not seen him the whole day. Maybe he's enjoying the springtime. Sashi, where are you? Sashi? Oh, there you are, Sashi. So, from Sashi and I, we would like to say thank you for joining us today and goodbye.
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zoshi.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zoshi Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF, My Zone Online School, Amos Meerkat Syllabus, and Capricorn Foundation.